Good morning, members of Spiritual Encrypted Encounters. Those who follow here on YouTube, those who follow Spiritual Encrypted Encounters on Facebook. You're more than welcome to join if you're not. And those who follow HCS Showreel TikToks, HCS895 on TikTok. How's everybody doing this morning? How you doing, Cousin Jesse?
I'm feeling good, man. Feeling good. Hope everybody that comes in is having a blessed day.
Okay. The little hello that I was sent there. See, I think today's Wednesday. Sometimes Wednesday mornings are kind of slow, so we'll see who shows up. Probably people were expecting for us to start at 12. You know me, cousin. That, that was playing for one, it didn't go off, but the other one should be going off later on. So I'll keep an eye on that.
Welcome, coin roll fishing.
How you doing, cornrow fishing? I hope you're doing great. Did you check out the show reel, cuz?
Yeah, man, I saw it, man. I was
That, that
watching it.
was that was the one that from that
High
day,
road,
man.
man.
You seen them in the center? How they look?
Yeah.
What'd
hmm
you see?
It looked the one that I saw, the last clip that I saw, it looked like a DDN, man, that was almost as big as the trees, and then in front of it there was like something gray.
Yeah, it looked like a Sasquatch. There was one that was round, wide. It looked like a Sasquatch, and there was one that was tall. That looked like a lycanthrope or a DDN. Matter of fact,
Welcome, Monson.
the lycanthrope had yellow eyes. If you look at the footage, it's got yellow eyes. So that could have possibly been a skinwalker. How you doing, real MMA? Monsoon Vision, how you doing, brother? uh, Monsoon was laughing at the video I made. One of the old videos where I was ragging on, oh boy, Corner of the Cob. Yeah, he said, man, you should make a show reel of that. It's like I'm not even trying to entertain that fool anymore, man. He's gonna be
Well,
getting entertained pretty soon.
yeah, well, this yesterday was his last day, man. He should have gone to court today.
Yeah, yeah. I wouldn't know. I don't know what happened, man. Not unless it was part of a game. I don't care, man, about that fool. No, I'm just doing the what I do, man. What I've been doing for a long time. If you want to go to the roots, go to a positive spiritualist that has positive spiritualist also, but the same content I have on spiritual encrypted encounters is on positive spiritualist. Same thing. Uh,
Yeah, I remember. I was a member. Uh,
yeah,
Apology.
yeah. And when you became a member, it was when I remade it because the original one had gotten permanently deleted because I got attacked by the Bigfoot community. All the Bigfoot community. He says he likes the shirt,
Thanks,
cousin.
Monsoon. Thanks. Just something I don't hardly wear. It fits me real big now because I bought it when I was a lot bigger. So yeah, when I stand up, it sags real bad, man.
Thanks. Yeah, yeah. I was in making too many friends in the crypto community back in the
Welcome
day
in.
when I was bringing the spiritual aspect of things. That it triggered them so badly that they targeted my regular Facebook account, in which after I don't know 2 years of or a year, yeah, 2 years of just reporting me, they permanently deleted my Facebook account. In
That's
which
crazy, man.
when they
That's
deleted my Facebook account, they deleted spiritual encrypted. I mean, a positive spiritualist.
that right there pissed me off when that happened, man. Because I had barely started going into your shows, man, and following you. That shit wasn't cool, man.
Yeah,
Because they don't want to believe that it's a DDN and not an actual physical creature.
it's kind of like this is what they say. Well, there's been a lot of people that have gone to the woods and they're not here no more because they're missing or they're dead. Yeah, there's a lot of things in the woods that can It can make you the person can went up missing if they don't got a map or a compass or coordinates to where they're at. They can get lost. There is creatures out there that can maul people. You got the cougars, mountain lions, grizzly bears. There's rattlesnakes. Somebody or a copperhead. You get bit by a freaking snake. That's it, man. You only got so much time to live. You know. So when somebody tries to throw the narrative, trying to say that a Bigfoot is the one doing all the killing out there, prove it. Just like prove it. Can you just like you can prove that Bigfoot exists? One's never been caught, and there's not one single body that shows that there's the body of a Bigfoot. Anybody can make a footprint. Anybody can create a footprint.
What video is he talking about, cousin? The one where you wore the cowboy hat?
Yeah. But I'm not even talking about. I'll talk about that in a moment.
Oh no, because he was asking. He was saying. Anyways, we were saying, believing in Bigfoot, man, to me is like believing in Santa Claus. You know, because you've never seen Santa Claus, you've never seen any magical dead flying reindeer.
It's kind of like some of the people that go out there, man. You got somebody seeing saber-tooth tigers with freaking swords that are uneven, pretending he's a
Pink Ranger,
the Pink Ranger that's on meth and crack, claiming to see saber-tooth tigers. He claimed he's seen a dog man. Then he called the dogman of the LBL. Then he claimed to seeing a Bigfoot. Then he claimed to see a saber-tooth, and it's like, man, I wonder what kind of stuff is he smoking. I mean, you seen this picture how he looks. What was your when you seen that fool? You know, what was your when you seen this picture? What'd you think about him right off the bat, just by looking at his picture?
Just by looking at his picture, man, the way he was, the first thing that came to my mind was Ice Head. He smokes ice, man.
Ice. And what does a person when they don't have the drug? Do they search for other things to take, like pills?
Yeah. There's pills. There's weed. There's
they can get the ice. They can steal other people's medicines, right?
Yep.
To get that high.
The best thing to steal, man, is those hydrocodones.
Somebody
Big
says
groups. That's the good drug.
There's some good drugs. You know, I know a lot of people. There's a lot of people that have a lot of time invested in it. They do the little powwows, they go investigate in the woods. But still, to this day, there's nobody in the Bigfoot community that has proof that the Bigfoot even exists. Nobody, no Bigfoot being captive, and nobody ever found. So to me, you know, whatever's out there, man, which I believe is a DDN. I know y'all seen the short reel I created today. I placed a short reel. If you look dead center of the short reel, you're going to see something that looks like a sasquatch. And then if you look further up, you're going to see something that looks like a lycanthrope, a werewolf, or what people want to call a dog man, side by side. Why would they be side by side? Because they travel together? Or is it just simply a DDN manifestation that they take? I placed a short reel today. I placed it on TikTok and I placed it here on YouTube so y'all can check it out.
No, Vash, we were not talking about no corn. Yeah. We're not giving them a second thought.
No, it's somebody different. So you know, they try to, when I place my videos talking about the DDN, they're trying to discredit, talking about the Bigfoot are real. They're 100% real. The only thing I've seen of Bigfoot that's real is when the people are in costumes. There's so many damn videos of people in costume dressed as a Bigfoot. No no real proof that it's in existence at all. And I know a lot of people spend years. I've been doing this 30 years, 40 years. They go hunting, go to the woods, go camp out, do little kumbayaras, still no
Kumbaya.
signs of Bigfoot. They say that they hear knocking on the woods. Makes you wonder, right? Bunch of fellas out there drink a
Uh,
little bit of whiskey and moonshine. You don't know what the hell's going on out there,
they're all over there saying, I don't know how to quit you. But
But
they can't dispute your evidence, man. Your evidence is there for everyone to see. They can't deny the evidence is there, man. They can try to turn a blind eye, but they can't disprove your proof, man. That's what
yeah,
pisses them off even more.
my pictures are right there in the open. And you see how tall they are. The DDN Disembodied demonic nephilim were giants, right? They were giants. They're in disembodied form, and they manifest into beastly forms. In that picture, I created a short reel. You could see what seems to be like a sasquatch, pretty wide, a big face, and then if you look further up, there's a freaking lycanthrope with yellow eyes looking, and it's taller than the sasquatch. I just place it out there as evidence, my evidence for my group, Spiritual Encrypted Encounters, and wherever I share it to. I submit it as evidence.
What you
It's
saying,
my
Monsoon? You saying that Bigfoot's a peeping Tom? He goes around peeping in people's windows.
yeah, yeah, brother Monsoon. If you look at the one at the right, it's got a white face, a round face, looks like a Bigfoot. If you look to the left of it, there's one higher, standing, looking, and it's got yellow eyes. Remember how I told you the story about when I witnessed the skinwalker shapeshifter, that he had like yellowish eyes? I've even said that when I was in Operation Desert Storm. When I seen the DDN, they had yellowish eyes. Well, that has yellowish eyes, which would mean to me that they're demonic in nature. Yeah, they can be very massive, man, when they manifest. Luckily, I haven't had any kind of physical contact. Or if I have physical contact, well, I will show you the proof if there was some kind of physical contact. But I'm submitting the evidence. The one to the right with the round face looks like what people want to call a Sasquatch, kind of not like a gorilla, but like the face looks kind of like a Sasquatch, or possibly like
Correct.
troll-like or something like that, demonic in nature. If you look to the one to the left, it's standing up and it's colored like brownish, and it's got yellow eyes. That one's taller than the Bigfoot. That one's taller than the Bigfoot. Or what? Well, the Sasquatch. But to me, they're DDN. They're just the manifestations that they took. I think in the picture to the far right, there's might be a portal. I just haven't focused on that. I could only use what I could see, because it was cloudy that day, and I was only limited to capture a certain amount of things because it was so cloudy. But I felt that I had to submit that. I had already seen that. I had already screenshotted the picture when I had reviewed it the first time. And I said, you know what? Today I'm gonna put it out there so people can see it. They're pretty big.
There was a little one in front of the face of the Bigfoot. It looked like a bush, but it wasn't a bush, man.
Yeah, and I'm submitting my evidence, man. I don't care if the cryptic people get pissed off or whatever. I'm submitting my evidence, and I'm capturing the imagery of how they really look. I'm not giving you no bullshit videos of somebody dressed in a freaking costume. I'm showing you how they look spiritually, and when they manifest that you could still see them. You know, I was looking around that far away. You know, the only thing that could capture them was my camera because I was seeing to see with my naked eyes. You know, but I couldn't see nothing. No, at the same time, you know, I don't think I was wearing my glasses when I was out there. So that's probably maybe I need to start wearing my glasses. But I just feel like if I wear my glasses, that it's going to take away from me sensing, you know, because the glare from the sun hitting the glasses is it's just going to throw off my senses.
Hope Whoop says that the thing that she saw behind you yesterday was on two legs, and it dropped down to four legs, and then it got real small. Great capture on the camera, she says.
Uh, if you could give me send me a timestamp, Hope Wolf on that, I would really appreciate it so I can view it when it does that because they move so fast, man. It's that I really have to slow down the video because they move fast. They're I mean faster than the wind. Faster, yeah, faster than the wind, faster than the I don't know, just they move super fast. Yes, so you know that day I went out there when there was no sun, but I'm thinking that the rod was a trap, bro. I'm thinking that was a trap because there was clouds out there in the sky and there was thunder.
The old lightning rod in the ground trick.
Yeah, if I would have gone close to the rod, if maybe lightning would have struck that rod and it would have got me. So that's why I just didn't go near it. I went around it. That's what it felt like to me, like it was a trap because there was clouds, there was thunder up in the clouds above me.
Thank you, Hope.
That's the other picture I haven't shared with y'all. It's where I guess it crosses over with the sky, and you can see the rod in the sky, but the rod was actually in the ground. Maybe I'll take a screenshot of that so y'all can see what I'm talking about. Yeah, I just wish I would have had more sun, more light, like the sun out, to be able to capture what's out there. No, I'm trying my best to show to y'all how this DDN or this demonic beings look like, man, when they manifest. Sometimes they manifest to look like humans too, but for some reason, out there in the woods, they be manifesting to look beastly.
That would be the shock value to try to scare you.
The what?
The
Yeah,
shock value to try to scare you.
yeah. And then when they were making the noises around me, you know, I was hearing hyena sounds. I don't know if coyotes make like a sound like that, but I was hearing like hyena sounds of some sort in the path when I walked into the woods. And I was looking around, and then when I went further down past that the rod, my like my I started getting scrambled. I started losing the connection, and uh, I know when it came back on, my freaking it sounded like my alarm went off on my car. So I said on the video, I need to go back. Sounds like somebody's by my car. But they can mimic they can mimic sounds. That's what they do. No, Sister Hope. Wolf, I really don't know what the story of the land is. All I know is there's a lot of land here in Central Texas where natives did live in this areas all through Central Texas, and there's a lot of skinwalker, shapeshifter activity, and a lot of paranormal activity at homes with dark shadow figures, or should I say, dark spirits, uh, ringing of doorbells, knockings, and bangings, and you know, I'm more than sure that throughout the land that somebody's buried there, right? So that's why there's activity. You know, they're territorial. One of these days, I will go and go into the woods and that's a little bit more, how should I say, dangerous. I try to stay on the main path to be able to capture them better, because when you go into the woods, there's branches and they can interfere in the capture. So I try to stay in the main path so they can, if they see me, they come my way, so I'm able to capture them with a camera.
Who knows? Maybe you'll find another missing vehicle out there.
Or yeah, upon a vehicle that was belonged to somebody that had been missing for about 2.5 months. Give them the coordinates where the vehicle was, and then they found a body out there too of the person that was missing for 2.5 months. Yeah, that's true. There's a lot of underground caverns, tunnels. Uh, I don't know the history of that area, but I do know one thing, that somebody contacted me uh, through Messenger one time, and they told me not to be going onto that land, because they're saying that in that land that a lot of cult activity would happen there. They told me not to go there to that land because of cult activity. Yeah, that's what I'm. If I can give me a camera to have one facing to the front and one to the back of me, I will. Because that's normally what they do. They're not in front of you; they're behind you. They pass right by you. That's why I try to move the camera as much as I can in the circle. When you don't think they're there, they are there. But like I said, they move so fast because they're in spirit form. I'm just placing my evidence out there, man. All these people that said that they're real. Well, I'm showing them that they're spiritual real. In spirit. That's what I'm showing them. Can they be dangerous? Yes, they can. If you have a spiritual opening, they can attack. They can possess you if you're not spiritual ready when you're out there investigating. I think there's a lot of people in the Bigfoot community right now that are being bonded. There's some that have died because of them being spiritually bonded by these demons. They didn't even know they had a demon on them because they were too busy hunting for a Bigfoot or a dog man, that they got bonded while they were out there because they had openings of belief, and they're not amongst us anymore. I just wish that people can awaken spiritually to understand the message I'm trying to tell them. I'm actually trying to look out for them. Trying to tell them, hey, don't be giving it power this way. Put it to the spiritual test. You're seeing a Bigfoot, you're seeing a dog man, tie binary rebuke in Jesus Christ's name, just to see if it disappears. If it disappears, then that's letting you know it's demonic. And when people, I've seen some people think that they have some kind of control over the dogman and the Bigfoot, that if they stomp on the ground, that they're gonna stomp back to them, like they have some kind of power. No, that's you inviting them to attack you, man. That's why your health is not that well, and I think that person might know who I'm talking about. You don't invite this demonic. You thinking it's a Bigfoot and it's a demon, and you're calling it. It's going to attack you and get you more sick than what you already are. That's what they do. Stomp on your ground or bang on trees. You're riding. It's kind of like me when I do that whistle. I'm putting myself in danger when I do that whistle because it attracts certain things, right? But I do the sign of the cross. I'll say I type on a rebuke in Jesus Christ's name. If activity does start happening, but when a person thinks that they have power over what's out there within Mother Nature, you don't have no power at all. If you're not going through Jesus Christ, it's not about you, or it's not about an I thing. No, it's through Jesus Christ. If you think you got power over the things that are out there in the woods, if you think they're real Sasquatches, well, I'm just here to tell you, you're leaving yourself a spiritual opening to the demons to attack. And most likely that's why your health is not too well, because every time you go out there and you leave yourself an opening thinking you're communicating with them, it's just going to get you more sick. Do you realize of the wrong that you're doing?
Hey, cousin. Deborah said she heard a lechuza whistle after you signed off last night, but it didn't scare her.
Sorry about that, Deborah. The GoPro camera. I might have to look into all that, because I tell you, there's times that I see them through my parallel vision when they pass behind me, but they're moving so fast. I mean, they could be standing right behind me, looking down at me because they're tall. I seen one that was all black and the face was white. I've seen one that was all black with a red face, and I believe this or the spirits of the natives or the skinwalker shapeshifters, because when they go to war, they paint their faces a certain way.
I don't think they would give you a chance to run, Hope. If you know you're sick, it's something that you should not do because they will prey on that.
Dang, what the hell? They couldn't just say we're hoping you didn't have any wet dreams last night about Mr. Delgado. What the hell?
A gentleman never tells.
Anyways,
Wow, Deborah, that's shocking.
what's the name of that song? Heartbreaker. Yeah.
Well,
Well, you gotta be careful with them De La Fuentes. Heartbreaker. Carvajales. I'm just playing. But yeah, check out the short reel, guy. Whoever's here tuning in, check out the short reel. That's how a DDN looks. The manifestation, the beastly manifestation it takes. If you look at the short reel I created, it's gonna get close. I'm gonna get. It goes a regular picture, then a little bit closer, and until it gets very close, and you're gonna see what seems to be a beastly manifestation of a Bigfoot, and something that's taller than the Bigfoot was a manifestation of the DDN lycanthropes. You want to call it a dogman werewolf that is taller than the manifestation of the Bigfoot, or people want to call it Bigfoot. I just say they're
welcome,
demonic,
Paimanese.
demonic,
Welcome, Paimanese.
uh, beastly demonic. I call them the DDN, you know, disembodied demonic nephilim. Disembodied means spirit, that they're in spirit form, not in the flesh, in spirit form. They can look like they're real, but they're spiritual real.
Deborah, the
How you doing?
succubuses
Hi,
don't come around
Melanie.
me anymore. I
So
don't
how
have
long have you
wet
been
dreams.
looking into the spiritual cryptids and doing research? I've been doing it for a very long time, Sister Hope Woofy. Uh, all my life, actually, I've been since I was 3 years old. All my life, I've been
Hi,
encountering
exuberance.
these things, knowing that they are demonic in nature. I know that when I go into prayer, especially when I was younger, I would do the deliverance prayer, and they would disappear. Uh, then when I started having my experiences, like in the military, I seen things too. So all I would do is go into prayer, and it would get rid of whether I was seeing a shadow spirit or a what I call a werewolf. That's what we know them as, standing on twos. When I would be out there in the field on Fort Hood, there is a range out there that is guarded by MPs 24 hours. That no soldiers are allowed to go up there because it is native Indian burial ground. So
Hi, elastic machinery. Welcome.
how you doing, Lex the Missionary? Long time no see. Sister Ivy's here.
Brother Exuberance is here.
Yes, military police. They guard this range, and if they catch you there, that's Article 15 because it's Native Indian burial ground. Like when I was in the army, I had gotten off of tanks for about a year. I was working with S3, which is Center of Operations, which is working for the battalion. I was working in S3 where we're set up the talks for the
Wow.
majors and the colonels, you know,
Welcome, man.
with the maps where all the tanks are at, and you know, set it up for them so they can come drink coffee and stuff like that, or take a break, from working at the night shift. So I was in charge of setting up the talk. You know, we break the talk during the morning. Then I had the night shift, so it was just me and Sergeant First Class Bowser. Me and him always had the night shift. And there was one evening where we were across the mountain range that where the MPs guard. We were on the other side. There's another mountain range there on the other side, and we set up talk up there. The talk is basically a PC with a tent that you hook it up to the PC. It's got a tent. You can put a heater in there if it's cold, and you give it light through generators. So we set up a generator out there. So this evening, I had to go. I already knew when the it was going to run out of mold gas and stuff like that. So I went out there with my flashlight, and it was raining, and I was putting mold gas in the generator. This army generators are colored green and they're pretty heavy. So I was filling it up, and
God, the sun.
next thing you
Welcome.
know, rocks are being thrown at me, like big old rocks. I had my Kevlar on. It hit me on top of the head and it bounced. I felt the rock hit me on my Kevlar. It sounded like made the noise on the Kevlar and just bounced off of me. So as I'm filling it up, I start looking. There's rocks being thrown at me, and I'm just looking, and because it's raining pretty heavy and it's real cold. I'm in my weather gear. I have my weather gear on, my weather boots, which is like OD green, like Gumby. So I'm out there and I'm dodging this rocks that are being thrown at me, and I'm trying to see, and there's nothing but like bushes around me, and they're being thrown from over the bushes, and there's trees. I'm just looking to see if I can see anything visually. I didn't have no night vision. I just had my flashlight because I was just servicing the generator to get the power back on, right? So there's rocks are landing all around me and shit. So I finally service, and I run inside the talk because I was thinking maybe that sergeant was messing with me. He had never done that before. So I'll go in there and I ask him, "Hey, why were you throwing rocks at me, man?" And he's looking at me. He's got a cup of coffee in his hand. He's not even got his weather gear on. He's dry. I said, "I've been in here. What are you talking about?" I was telling him that somebody was throwing rocks, and he's like, you're just probably imagining it. It's late at night, blah blah blah. I said, no, it hit me, and I showed him where it hit me on my Kevlar. My Kevlar had the print of the rock, where it hit me on the Kevlar.
Hey,
So we
cousin.
left it. We left it at that. Was that?
You see what Sweet Nothing is saying? She says she
Uh,
saw a short of some trucker from Oklahoma tried to dispute you.
that what?
Because she saw a short of some trucker from Oklahoma trying to dispute you.
I don't know. What do you mean dispute me? Like chingazos?
No, the most of by I said by dispute, maybe I'm thinking that you're fake.
I don't know who's this guy from Oklahoma.
She said it was a short video from a trucker.
Is it was he a fat Mexican
It
truck
probably
driver?
was.
Puffington.
Yeah, that's the
I got
only
told
trucker I
him,
know from Oklahoma. In Oklahoma.
no, I don't know. But anyways, I'll get back to you. Remind me about this. I don't know who the hell it is. Uh, Trust me, if somebody wanted to get some, they would already got some. Uh, so the following day, right? Because the other tent, there's tents set up further in the distance with a camonet, and my shift was running out because they had to come relieve me in the morning, and the sergeant major's pissed off. The sergeant major's pissed off, and when he was yelling, like, who was a sick motherfucker that did this over here? So I go by the tent. I said, Sergeant Major, what's going on? I said, look at this shit. Literally, it was a big pile of crap, like right by the tent, big pile. And I was like, Sergeant Major, I don't think nobody did that. There had to be some kind of animal. He said, I said, that's not no cow shit, and that's not no bullshit. Because I've seen cow shit and bullshit before, and horse shit. When you're out in the field, you run into that. This was huge. And since I was the lower rank guy, I got put on detail to clean that up.
Wow.
It was a big pile of crap. No, then we want to say about Bigfoots that to throw rocks. Well, they're not the only ones to throw rocks.
Welcome, Morgan.
Skinwalker shapeshifters. That's what they would do. Throw rocks. They wait. How they would hunt. They'll wait for the prey to get close to an edge of something so they can shove them off the edge of something. Let me see. I can read all these questions here. What about the times in the military base? A white guy. I don't know. I'll check it out. Don't tell me it was corn on the cob.
That's what it sounded like to me.
Yeah.
Abnormal investigations.
That's him, corn on the cob.
Hi, Prima. How you doing?
It's probably an old video. I don't know. Like I said, he's mad because we don't allow him in here. He came here crying one night, talking about
you froze my account.
I'll freeze my account. I'll freeze my account. I said, you must have been frozen for a reason. So he was crying about trying to come and troll. So he hasn't been able to troll at nighttime. So he's upset. Oh well.
Welcome, Tane. It's a 10-month-old video, Exuberance says.
Yeah. You should see the videos I've talked about him from 10 months ago. They're not good.
Oh no, they're not. Sergeant Cias came out.
Sergeant Cias done addressed that fool a long time ago. That's a guy that he was supposed to go to court today or tomorrow.
Today. Yesterday was his last free day. But I think Morgan's here. She should know.
He was supposed to go to court today or tomorrow. I don't know if he got postponed or what. I'm not worried about that fool. Puffington's the only truck driver, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he don't want none, man. He's just I don't know. I don't think none of them. I challenged all of them one day. So come on, all of y'all come up. I'll take one of you at a time. Line up, one right after the other. They never took the challenge.
Yeah, DeVore, you don't mess with Sergeant Cias.
I used to do that to the troops to test out my skills, to see if I still had it. I'll tell the whole platoon to come after me, throwing whatever, and I'll just be tossing people around, and I wouldn't hit them. I'll just test my skills, if I was still wreck on one, and That's why they have a lot of respect for me. They still call me Sergeant CS. We have fun doing that. They got to get free hits, but it wouldn't do nothing to me. I just, you know, I would do that so they can learn a little bit of something, just in case they had to do some hand-to-hand combat.
Oh wow, Morgan, that's cool.
I read the court record today. I'm no expert, but I've what
She's been
been
picked for several jury duties.
so what happened, Morgan? Do you know? Like I said, I haven't really been keeping up with them. You know, the only reason I would say something about this guy is because he was always coming in here being disrespectful. But now that we are on StreamYard, it's been troll free.
Oh yeah, Elastic Machinery. He came in here apologizing and blaming everybody else that they were trying to get him and cousin to fight, and if he would please unfreeze his account. I was laughing, man. He he bitched up. I'm sorry to say that, but yeah.
Hope Movie said, have you ever been somewhere investigating and feel like you're in danger and should just leave? If so, where and why? Well, I wasn't investigating. I went to a location. It's a nature trail walk, and I was with my friend, and I seen them, the DDN shadow figures or shadow spirits. There was like three of them. And they were looking at me, and they were running real fast, and we was in a halfway through the trail, and I felt danger, and I told my friend, "Hey, we need to be careful because I seen these things, and she seen them too." So we had to just pray. We prayed for the rest of the way. Uh, we went out, finished the trail, and we got out of there. But I believe there were possibly the shapeshifter skinwalkers that were there. They showed their form. They were looking at us from the bottom because it's a trail that goes downward. We seen them running downward, and they were looking at us as we were up on the trail. They were down there, and they were looking at us, and they were like in shadow spirit form, and they were moving real fast. So it's like, let's not back up, just keep on going down the trail. You seen that? There he is again.
I'm trying to point him out to you, man.
Yeah, kick him out, man. We don't want that fool on here.
Somebody get rid of this nasty corn. I can't do it. One of the
Let me see.
moderators got to do it.
I'll get him. Did I kick the wrong person out?
Probably because he's still there.
Let me see.
You got him. Sniper active.
I didn't kick Elastic, no?
Oh no, he's still here. I don't know who you kicked, but it wasn't.
Yeah, I booted him out. Yeah.
Sniper, one shot, one kill. Nothing but the red mist.
It wasn't an investigation. We were just doing a nature trail walk in the woods, There in it was in Belton, and I can see spiritually, so I was able to see them. And my friend, she seen them too, so she got really scared because they're pretty big. This ones, they look like they were native, but they were dark spirits. So it's like I haven't been down that trail. There's two trails that is like that. I can't remember the name of that trail, but Chalkridge Falls. There's a lot of activity up there in a certain location where you have to cross a link bridge, like a chain bridge, a bridge. You cross the bridge, you get to an area where there's like a picnic table with some, like, where you can sit down. In that area, there's a lot of activity of dark shadow spirits and chase with the skinwalkers. So now that one right there, I haven't gone back. That's where I got chopped off the ridge and I got hurt. I haven't been back to that area ever since I had my accident where I got shoved off the ridge. I have been back to that. I took that as a sign, as don't come back here anymore. Maybe one day I'll go back over there, but the thing is, when you get that far, it's like 2 miles in, 3 miles in, the use connection.
I've been wanting to do that, Deborah. I've asked cousin Abe that if I go visit, we should go together into the woods and see what we can get into. Welcome, time traveler.
How you doing, time traveler? There was one area, and I wasn't investigating. It was me and my son going on a nature trail walk right there near Elms Grove, near by the airport. We're just walking because there was a pond back there, and when we got there, we were looking at the pond, see if we see any fish. And then I just walked up the trail. My son was by the pond, and I started looking around, and I started seeing all these dead animals, dead dogs, dead cats, dead possums, dead fox, and I seen a Saint Bernard, or I mean a Doberman picture with his spine ripped up out of his back. When I seen that, now that right there is like danger, danger, danger. Right off the bat, I seen all these dead animals, and the Doberman pincher looked like it was a fresh kill. So that was my sign of getting out of that area. And I told my son, just walk out of here without fear. Just get out. I didn't let him see all the dead animals, but he said he remembers seeing them because you could see them. It was like a big circle. It was in the form of a circle where all the animals, the dead furs, were.
Be careful out there, Kyle. Hello,
I
Navia's
think
Angel. How you doing?
there's a cow there. Is that corn on the cob? I know.
No, no, that's Kyle. He said that he just got back from the casino, but when he listens to our show, he feels badass. So he strapped up the weapons and went out into the field and got scared by a cow and threw his back out.
Dark Waters. Yeah, I've heard of that guy, but I'm not a fan of his. I'm not a fan of his works at all. Then when his lawyer quit at the beginning of August, the new lawyer never filed the motion that he was representing. So what's going on with that? Who was that talking about the lawyer?
Morgan,
Morgan.
yeah, she said that when Cobb's lawyer quit in August, the new lawyer never filed a motion that he's representing him. I promise, cousin Jesse, I'm being careful. I am respecting the stuff a lot more. I need to be on the show one time to tell you all what I've experienced out here. Well, Kyle, you just gotta get on cousin Abe's friend list, and he can invite you in. You got stories. We got people that like to listen to those stories.
La Tresa noise. I heard that. La Tresa noise?
He tried to say lechuza.
Oh, Lechuza. Lechuza. Let me see. Put on the glasses here. Let me change this lighting here. It's got like a little glare. There we go. See some of the comments. How you doing, Nevis Angel? Everybody here, Carly Whitehead. In May 2024, a shadow figure was spotted at Taylor Swift's music tour concert Madrid, Spain, by thousands of fans. Yeah, because she's affiliated with that. Most musicians are.
You're funny, KD7, man.
So you got corned by caught by a dog, man.
Oh wow. Well,
Yeah, I've been
that's
trying to
it.
stay away from all that. I do have his ex wife is on my friends list. I always keep him in prayer. As a me as a single father raising to raise my son, it's always about protecting our children. You know, and that's why it is for me. That's why you know I keep people in prayer. So I don't know, man. Like I said, I haven't been looking into too much of that anymore. I just been trying to do my works. Uh, when we were on YouTube, they kept on, just kept on trolling. But when I went on Streamyard, it's like they can't troll like they were trolling on YouTube. So they're probably pissed off because they can interfere in the works that I'm doing. And I know that there's people that send them to do this. People that dislike the works that I do. Uh, if y'all haven't seen the show reel that I created, check it out. Go to the show reel right now to the most current one that should be on top. You can see what seems to be a sasquatch, and right beside pretty wide, pretty big, and then you can see what seems to be a lycanthrope or a dogman or werewolf. It's taller than the Bigfoot with yellow eyes in the tree lines.
He does that every time he goes out. Hope. He always prays before he goes in and prays before he comes home.
Yeah, I pray all the time. I know I've been feeling a little bit of heaviness on the neck area, but I had prayed already. It's because I'll be working out too. Morgan, I don't know what she's talking about.
Last night when you made the lechuza sound, that you got all those spirits worked up. Because she said after you ended the live, she was hearing the lechuza whistle over there where she lives.
They show up. I was always mimicking them. I'm feeling something right now. My ears are ringing. If there's any negative energies around me or any kind of witchcraft or necromancy spells, we tie bind and rebuke in Jesus Christ's name. You're not allowed to interrupt this light feed. We tie bind and rebuke in Jesus Christ's name. Amen.
Amen. I'm seeing all kinds of things right now and laughing at myself, but it's almost an adrenaline rush that I like. He says there's very little light in that pasture he's in, Primo, Kyle says. And
Oh,
whatever light that it's out there, he says it's casting a lot of different shadows.
the lighting. So what is he doing? Is he
He's
hunting?
out, he, he's out there with his cows in the
Okay,
field.
look. Oh, Lady Gaga. Shit, I was more my customer today when I watched last night's episode, and it was during the day. and heard those sounds from Big Abe, and I started seeing this little bastards. I have a video when I went out there to when I said that I heard the lechuza by the window. Well, I have a video when I went back the following day when I heard something, and you could see something like an orb or something come from the branches towards me. I need
Wow.
to upload it so y'all can check it out. It's from my doorbell. I mean from my house camera where something came from on top of the trees and was coming directly on like by me.
Yeah, I don't like it when I see orbs, man, because I know that there's something out there. That's that's funny, man. Morgan is talking about when he came in here crying to you. Please don't freeze my account.
It's been peaceful, man. We don't need all that drama.
Till today, when not corn on the cob came in.
Yeah, and he got booted out again. Yeah, people are always trying to bring things of the past, but they don't know why. Try to say things about me, but he's the one that been trolling me for about 3 years. I don't be trolling him. He be trolling me. Uh, that's okay. I mean, he's been caught on camera throwing rocks, pretending he pulled out a rock out of his pocket and threw the rock on camera, and then he said it was a booger, that it was a Sasquatch. Caught red-handed. Uh, uh,
Sorry, man. I could actually see him throw that rock and say, "It's over
oh
there.
yeah,
It's over there."
they created a show reel of him doing that, and then another one. The sister, I mean the daughter's pretending there's a ghost behind her, and then the sister pretends there's a ghost, but it's him poking him in the back with his finger.
You see the
And
hairy knuckles and
you can
everything.
see it. Yeah, you can see it when he's poking him. And then they're like, "Oh, I think there's something behind us," but you can see him doing it. You know, I don't
Oh
know,
man.
I don't know where he was poking him, but that sure got him jumping. Whatever, wherever he was poking, I think it was poking him in the back. I don't know. The last I screenshot the whole thing, and the person who commented after him saying "donkey goat." Yeah, I see the first video I ever seen of him. It was him and his sister, or sister wife, whatever she is. She was in the truck and she had the camera recording from inside the truck, right? And you could see Corner the cop standing by on the dirt road. And you had the lights of the truck. And then you see something moving down the street. And then it goes up a tree. And I was like, I'm gonna have to check that out again. So I watched the replay and I went to it. It was a freaking roach that was running in a windshield. And she's like, "Oh, do you see it? Do you see that booger?" You can see the sister saying this, and then it goes up the windshield, and she, "Oh, it's climbing the tree." It was a roach. That's bad when you have roaches in your vehicle. I understand in the houses, but then when you got roaches in your vehicle, that's crazy. It was a roach. I took I cropped it. It was a roach with little, you can see the legs and everything.
Oh wow. Well, if it's white, you really don't have to be afraid, Kyle, because white is always good. What you don't want to see is red or black or green.
Yeah.
So don't have fear. Uh, Trust in your faith. Pray to the Lord, and just don't show it no fear because you're feeding it when you show fear. He said he got goosebumps, cousin. He saw a white orb near his barn.
So he's guarding the cows or what?
I have no idea what he's doing. I just know that every night he's there.
Where does he live?
I don't know. Where do you live, Kyle?
Just came out.
He says we get him all geeked up. Now he's freaking out.
Northern Indiana, but 20 minutes south of Michigan, in the middle of the state of the north. Yeah, I heard those areas that people have been spotting dogmen, but to me they're demonic in nature. You know, when they deceive you because they look real, once you believe 2%, 1% that it's real, that's the only opening it needs to attack. You can give it power to believe it's real, because if you give it the power of belief that what you're witnessing is a Bigfoot or a werewolf, demon, you give it 1% of belief, that's all the opening it needs to attack. So you can't give it belief. Trust me, the reason I'm saying that because that's what I did. When I seen the midnight black one looking at me, and it was just looked all muscular looking at me, and I gave it the 1% of that it was real. That's all it took. After that, I started getting attacked invisibly by they wasn't showing themselves no more. They started attacking me spiritually. They were coming in numbers, getting hit by an unseen force. He comes from long lines of warriors in the Marine Corps. Ooh. I think I knew somebody named Whitehead in the military that was a tanker back in the day. He was in Bravo 213. I mean, Bravo 132 armor.
Oh wow! So you come from a military family, Kyle.
He went to Purdue. Yeah, I was in the front lines. I was fought for the military as a soldier slash warrior and a spiritual warrior all my life. I've been fighting things of the balance. Uh, I got guided by certain people, curandera, my great great grandmother, my Lola. Then there was one that was infiltrating that I thought she was really being my friend, but she was just using me, my abilities to heal her, and I didn't know this. But I have abilities to heal. She was always hurting from her feet, and she would get me to rub aloe vera on her feet and stuff like that. I just didn't know that she was doing other things. I know my mom would always tell me, "Don't go over there, stay away." I asked her why, she wouldn't say why. She would just tell me, "Don't go over there." Sister Rose, I'm a prayer warrior, but the brujas I don't like. You're welcome, Brother Kyle.
Very welcome, Brother Kyle.
If you were to go to our hometown or where I grew up, your sensor, you think the cows and where you're at is your sensors are triggered. Where I come near the border and in between the checkpoint, which is a small town around, your sensor will get real triggered immediately because it's that bad there in that town, man. A lot of wicked deeds been done there, and you can sense the evil that's there. Sometimes you hear the woman chanting, or just hear all kinds of things and see things.
Elastic machinery. I've had about a 12-pack of Cokes all day today, man. Hey, Smurfy, what's up, man? Welcome to the show.
Yeah, it was my grandmother, but she was the one that was a dark witch. I didn't know. No, I was a kid. I was growing up. I could never tell, man, with her because she was always real friendly to me. But then I started remembering things, like I never seen her like speaking a different language or anything. The only thing she would tell me is don't go to that room over there because she would tell me that there was a certain room in the house not to go in there. I don't know why.
I've actually worked on a far before, Kyle. Cousin, he says you remind him of his dad.
Yeah, she made me read the Bible in Spanish to her one time, and we got to the verse where it went to that that anybody can be saved through Jesus, through Jesus Christ. And she looked at me, even I can be saved. They said, well, it says here that everybody can be saved. I didn't know what she meant by even me can be saved. And then she just looked at me and said, well, I believe so. If you ask God for forgiveness and repent for your sins, and you're doing it truthfully with your heart, with love, you can be forgiven. And she just laughed.
Hey,
So
Smurfy,
only she knew, you know.
we don't call it Big Smurfy. We call it Vaporú. Ese es bueno para todo, para el catarro, para todos está bueno ese jale. Mexican moms swear by that.
Yeah, she was diabetic, so she old remedies with old remedies. Moses was a murderer. King David sent his best friend to die in battle so he can steal his wife.
Yep,
God
yep.
can save. There's somebody that doesn't even come here. They put a message about for me not to share stories that he said that was the second time he heard it. It was the story of Father Ralph. I was like, man, you didn't even come into our lives to communicate. So to me, it was just a troll. They put a comment on the when I was talking about Father Ralph last night. It was funny. Rub on the feet, rub on the chest, rub in your eye, and accident.
Yeah, it happens, Murphy. It happens, Murphy.
Who doesn't like a good massage? My great aunt Sally was a mountain witch. She could conjure, make footsteps sound on the wall and ceiling.
Hmm.
Uh, I'm thinking that what you're hearing is what she was conjuring, making the sounds. It's who's the one that said that? Elastic machinery.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not Latino, but Vicks is what I use. You know what they were? They were small, black, and furry. What they were. And that was Angel. It could have been a duende, no? Small, black, and furry.
Mm-hmm. She could make it look like snakes were under bed sheets. She could wring milk out of a cloth. Oh wow. Hey, what's up, Al Gore? How you doing? Rich Runner, what's up, my brother?
What's up, Al Gore? Hope everybody's having a good night tonight.
Well, yeah. Hey, Primo, the only one that's not here is my lady.
You scared her off, man. She was into the cyber thing. No, I'm just playing.
Well, maybe I just came in too high strong.
Yeah. What it was in, it's not a real female. What if it's it was somebody pretending
Then
to be a female?
I guess I'll be playing the crying game.
It's my party and I cry if I want to. I don't runner.
I'm wondering the same thing, Morgan.
It says, Sister Hope you Wolf says, Wolf, have you ever had something show itself in your home? Yes. You want to share something that showed itself in your home?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Well, the black spirit when I was in Mississippi. The spirits that were in the house before we moved over here, cousin, where all those black shadows were. Well, if she's a lechuza, then le digo las 12 verdades, so she won't be able to transform into a bird no more. She'll just
Have
have
you
to
ever
sit
had
right
something
there.
show itself in your home? Yes. Numerous times.
No, Kyle, if it's 3:14 there, then you're not in the witching hour anymore. You in the demonic hour.
My mom, she would always say that there was a witch that was coming and scaring her at nighttime, you know. So I could never see her. You know, I was even when I was a kid, I was always up at night, and she would always say where she would stand in the kitchen, where she would stand, and she would be looking at her a certain way. Then, then one day, I seen her. She had blonde hair. It was an older lady, light complected, and she was looking at my mom a certain way. And I got up and I looked at her and I told the witch, "You're not welcome here. Leave." And she looked at me like she was in shock that I was able to see her. And I said, "Leave now." And she just faded away. Boom, was gone. After I did that, that was the last time that the wish came to her house because I sent her away. But she was tormenting my mother.
Yes, Jaime, that's how my dad would knock them out of the skies. He would say the total truth, but in reverse. And in the morning, right there where he would put an X, there would always be a lady standing that was the lechuza that he knocked down. And I'll go. I mean, elastic machinery. You wouldn't like my face if I shave everything off, man. I don't look right, man. You know, I go when I go buy beer after I shave everything off, I still get carded, man. That's why I don't shave. Not that I drink anymore, but when I used to.
I heard the total truth, El Primo. What's up, Jaime Lanis? How are you, man?
Yeah, that's what me and Primo were saying. That it sounds like duendes at Nevia's house.
They're small and black and furry. It could possibly, yeah, black and furry. It seems like it's a cat, but they're not because they're short like this. kind of like a little. What was the name of the movie? Like a
A
critter,
gremlin? A gremlin?
critters. Remember they were like small and black with a lot of teeth. Yeah, what was it called? Critters.
Keep your faith, Kyle. Show no fear. Just trust in God.
Sister Dora, she said her father, he must have been a very good looking, handsome man.
I like when they tell me if I were you, I'd tell them if you were me, you'd be handsome. You'd be good looking.
He says, cousin Jesse, if you shave, you kind of look like Cain Velasquez.
Wow. I hope that I don't look like Cain Velasquez after he's been beat up. Cauliflower ear shit.
He said, if one of this is camera right now, the sounds I'm hearing align with what we're speaking about. There'll be
Start
two
praying,
moments
Kyle.
out of me, about and the physical. uh, yeah, I've seen numerous things. Sometimes when I would go to church, I would see things there, uh, up in the ceilings, in the darkness, because when you have lights, the churches back in the day they were like this. So there were
Yep.
certain areas that were dark, and that's where the unclean spirits were hanging, and they'll fly from the Catholic Church. They'll fly down, go into people, and I was always seeing this. I know it was no shadows, I'm no lights. I could see the spirits flying into people. It's kind of like I would see a lot of that kind of activity in the Catholic Church. Was this girl up at home when I was drunk? What the hell, Renner?
Yeah, elastic machinery. That was at my old house when I was clean shaven. That me and cousin were doing lives, and there were black shadows in my house, in the backyard and in the front yard. But we lived like walking distance to a lake, so the house was always full of shadow beings, and so was the yard.
If I would have set up a camera in the backyard, well, I've been
Thanks,
one day
Kyle.
they were all over the place in the backyard, moving around in the backyard, the shadow figures. I think I have an old video where I was doing a live in the backyard here, and you could see what seems to be a what do you call it? Shapeshifter skinwalker standing on top of my neighbor's uh, shed, looking at me, and it was going up and down. It would stand up and duck down, stand up and duck down, looking at me, and I'm recording it. And then you can just see it go straight up in the air. It's here. The showreel should be here. Where I'm trying to record it.
Oh, really, Jaime? You hear that, cousin? Kyle
Was
said,
it?
I look better in a muscle shirt than with a dressed up.
The other thing I can say to y'all, brothers and sisters, is be yourselves. Everybody's unique in their own kind of way. Me, I'm just like this. It's something that I was born with. And when you're born with something, you can't ignore your gift. your spiritual gift. You have to accept it, understand it, and grow with it. You know, that's what I've done. You know, is growing my spiritual gift. Not, I'm basically being who I'm supposed to be, meant for me to be. And of
Yes,
course, as I'm like this, you know, there's people that like me, and there's people that dislike me. And there's enemies. You know, that's part of the balance. You can't keep everybody happy.
keep your prayer up, Kyle, and be careful out there. And yeah, Bash, I did have something touch me while I was sleeping, man, and it happened in Mississippi. It grabbed me by my foot and picked me up like that from the bed, man, by my foot.
Yeah, I like it when y'all ask questions, brothers and sisters, because we can get to the answers.
Keep your wits about you, Kyle. Keep your mind blank so they cannot read your mind and find out what scares you.
No fear.
No fear. Well, if you have a question, we might have an answer, Kyle. There's a spiritual gift of discernment, Morgan. Yes, Kyle is, especially since there was nothing in there, but physically I was being picked up by a foot, and I'm not a very light person, man. I have some weight to me, man.
Yeah, I got a story for y'all. What happened to my uncle? Uh, I have an uncle that when he was, they used to work in the fields, like they were labor workers, and he fell off the back of the truck and hit his head, and he stayed with a mentality of a like a kid, right? He's already old, and probably he was already like in his 60s. And my grandmother's, he starts arguing with my grandmother, and he's cussing her out, and I'm not going to listen to you, and just going off on her, you know. And he said he was going to go sleep outside on the front porch. You know, imagine there's a wooden house. You know, at that time the porch was wood, and he had like some metal rails on the porch, and he's sleeping on the front porch. And my grandmother tells him, "So you see what's going to happen for you. Ya lo verás. You're going to see what's going to happen to you for being mean to me." He said, like, she literally said this, like, "Cosa mala's coming for you." He said, "The evil one's coming for you." That's what she said. And our house was right by, it was a 4 lots. So it's like not even what our house to their house is like not even 10, 15 feet, 15 feet probably, right? 15, 20 feet. So I mean, I'm asleep in my house, and I start hearing my uncle yelling, and he's yelling for me to help him. You know, he's yelling my name to go help him. You know, so I go outside, and I'm trying to figure out what's going on. I see my uncle grabbing onto the rail of the front porch. You know, that holds the roof. His feet are elevated up in the air, like something's pulling him. So I'm looking at this, and I'm trying to see what's pulling him. Next thing you know, he starts getting drugged, and he's like, he's hitting all the wood, and it drags him off the porch. It's like a good uh, 10 feet, or yeah, like from the porch to there, like 10 feet. He started getting drugged on the dirt. It's freaking nails, and he's all scared. He's like, "Ayúdame, Abraham, ayúdame." He's yelling for me. So I grab him from the hands. I grab him from the hands, and I could see his feet elevated. And I prayed to God to show me what's got his feet, because his feet are elevated. And I'm grabbing him, and he's like telling me, "Don't let me go, don't let me go." Then I see it. I see what's pulling him. What I seen was what seemed to be a spirit of a native. Uh, and I could tell it was a spirit because he was white, right? So I told the spirit to leave him alone. So because I was able to see it, I told him leave him alone. So when I told him to leave him alone, he dropped him from the feet. He took walked a little bit, the spirit, and he just disappeared. And my uncle, he was all freaked out. He ran inside the house and he was like scared. He was literally taking him. He was dragging him. But I intervened. I helped him out. I've always had this gift of, but listen to me when I told him to leave him alone. My uncle, he passed away like I think 3 years ago, 4 years ago possibly. He lived up to be 90. I think he was up there in age, like 96. He was the oldest. I just wanted to share that story with y'all. Oh, but didn't spook y'all with that. So I've been seeing, like I said, all my life. All my life, I'm able to see if somebody's good, if somebody's bad. The one that kept well hid, like I said, was my grandmother. I mean, there were certain things that I witnessed that gave me a question mark, like, but she was a dark witch, to my understanding.
That's probably why you're having so much activity,
Native,
Kyle Whitehead.
Native
You're in the
Indian
middle of,
background. That's why you're
he's in
seeing
the
the
middle of a
shadow spirits there.
Indian campsite, Primo.
Hmm?
I'll be back.
Well, at least you're not sitting on Indian burial ground. Well, it could be Indian burial ground too. That's why you catch a lot of activity. You find arrowheads and Indian artifacts all the time in the soil. A creek that runs all the way, the limestone from the creek could cause paranormal activity also. The running water. Cool, Kyle Whitehead. Arrowheads. I would run into old horseshoes uh, and where I lived in Elms Grove, and I could hear drum beats coming from the Greeks. The natives that lived in the area were like woodlanders, live in the woods by the creeks because they hunted like fishing and deer and stuff like that. They really wasn't into agriculture, but they're there. They're spirits. They show themselves. It probably is, brother. You just can't. Just be careful not to open up too much to it, because once you start sensing, they might come to you more, because if you start sensing them and seeing them spiritually, they might tend to come more to you. So you just got to be careful not to open up too much. Just maintain your love foundation to protect your body. Oh yeah, I've seen how you look, man. It's like my grandmother told him. So I told her he was gonna come for you. It's like she knew. She knew about this thing. Oh yeah, a lot of areas. My grandfather told me the story where, because my grandfather was from the 1800s, where they were riding wagons, and they would be, they would go to work and come back in the wagons, like they would go out of town on the wagons. In the rest areas, that there would be trees, and he was telling me the story that they were taking a break at the rest area, that something jumped on them from on top of the tree, from the tree on them, and that he shot it. That he thought it was a person, but then there was a lot of other ones that jumped off the tree. So he had his shotgun, started shooting, but he never told me what he was shooting at. He never said that he killed a person or it was robbers. He just said some things that were jumping off the trees. So, he would tell me those stories, but I believe, he might have been witnessing other things besides something jumping off a tree. But that's how they used to rob a lot of people back in the day. When they were coming from working, they had their money. They hadn't deposited the money to the bank or anything, so they would rob them. Normally kill people back in the day. So he was from the time of the wagons, my grandfather and grandmother. Yeah, my grandmother was from 1915 or 1914. My grandfather was from the 1800s.
Your dad's mom and dad?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's when I see my grandfather get attacked, I know I've shared the story before. Uh, I know who shared the story. It's we had two chicken coops, and there was one behind their home, and then behind our house we had like a like a cabin where chicken coop. It was bigger, so I would always go with my grandfather. I was like at the time, I say like 4 years old, or maybe even younger. Could have been two. I don't know. All I know is I was getting the 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 eggs from the chicken coop and put it in a basket. And we had a blackberry tree, and it was raining. Uh, he told me to stand underneath the tree so I wouldn't get wet. And in the chicken coop, you could hear the chickens going crazy in there. He grabbed a stick and he said that it's a possum in there, that he's got to go scare the possum, either get rid of the possum or kill the possum because it was attacking the chickens. You could hear them clucking. So I'll go in there, and I'm out there underneath the blackberry tree, and I just hear him screaming. My grandfather screaming. I pick up a piece of wood, a little stick. I'm a little kid. You going in there with a little stick. What am I going to do? But I hear my grandfather yelling, like he's in pain. And I'm thinking about the possum, that I'm going to go hit the possum with a stick. So when I walk in there, I'm looking for the possum. I got the stick. I'm at the entrance of the cabin, and I'm looking, but I don't see no possum. And all I see is my grandfather elevated up in the air. His shirt is ripped. His pants are ripped. He's just in his boxers. And he's got scratches on his body, and scratches are just appearing on his body. Like on his arms, on his back, on his face. He's got scratches all over his body. He's bleeding. So I look, and he's like elevated off the ground. You could say a form of a possession. But then I see I see what had him elevated in the air. You know, when I talk about the DDN, he was very tall. He had red eyes, and he was looking at me. So he looked at me and he dropped my grandfather. He just dropped him, and he came at me. He looked like smoke, but it was dark. You could say a dark spirit, demonic spirit. He started coming for me, and I seen it coming at me, and I could feel the heavenly angels be with me. So instead of coming at me, it it broke out the window like a little hole on a glass window, and all the smoke or spirit went out the window. I just seen all the smoke go out the window because I could feel the heavenly angels with me. Uh, then I heard my grandmother, my uncles, like, "What's going on? What's going on?" in Spanish, and I was just saying "Bulto negro," dark shadow, dark shadow. That's what I seen, right? So they asked my grandfather what happened. He just looked down, and all he said was that the possum attacked him. That's not what I witnessed. And he just put his head down like he was embarrassed. Then they took him to the hospital. He had to get a lot of stitches. They had to stitch him up. He had cuts everywhere. I mean, after that spiritual attack, he was never the same after that. It's like he got real sick, and he passed away like a year later. You know, the same dark shadow figure. I remember being at the hospital. I think there's a hospital in La Villa, no? Somewhere where there's a hospital. I know it was in the hospital Roomobile, but there was a hospital, and I was out there in the station wagon, and I seen something going into because it said he was in his deathbed. I seen two dark shadow figures go in through the emergency room, like they were huge.
Wow.
And the next thing I seen them come out and leave. After that, and I see my father come out, and I already knew that he passed away. You know, so I've seen family members get attacked by this demonic, uh, what I call the DDN. You know what I didn't know then, I know now. I know that Jesus Christ has always been with me because He's protected me when the demon tried to attack me, but he took out the window, went out the window because I could feel the presence of the heavenly angels. When I go investigate, I can still feel the presence of the heavenly angels around me when I'm out there investigating. So I have no fear because I know the Heavenly Father is around me, protecting me. The only reason I do what I do is to try to awaken everybody spiritually to be ready, because you never know when you're going to get tested spiritually by something like what happened to my grandfather, or has happened to many people. You have to be ready at all times.
You know what, cousin? I think something like that happened to my dad, but I didn't know what it was till now that you're talking. Because we had a chicken coop, a big chicken coop, man. It took up the whole backyard. And he had this one rooster, man, that for some reason he took the cresta off of it and fed it to him. And he took him out of his enclosure and put him on the ground, right? But the rooster was there with his head down like that, man. So my dad tapped him with his foot. The rooster just was standing still, man, with his head hanging down. We thought he was dead. After he touched him the third time, man, that rooster just woke up and attacked my dad, man. My dad tried to run away, but he tripped over a swimming pool he had full of water. And then that rooster started spurring him in the butt, man. My dad was like screaming every time he got hit because he had some big spurs, man. But that rooster might have been, possessed by something, man. I didn't think about it till right now that you said that, man.
Yes, spiritual warriors around us at all times. I'm trying to do good works here by sharing the stories so people can have understanding. No, I just don't share the stories. I'll tell you exactly what to do to overcome situations in this manner. That's why I'm sharing the stories. I know that those before me will want me to share their stories to awaken people spiritually of the balance. That's where I share them. Even then when I seen the thing, I wasn't afraid. I didn't run away as a kid or nothing. I was looking at it, just to see what it was. I stood there in on the door, and he passed right in front of me. I've been like that. Like, 'cause cause, when you feel the presence of the Heavenly Father around you, fear's out of the equation because He's there with you. So He just protects you. It doesn't matter what manifestation it takes or how it looks. Uh, God is with you. That's what I'm trying to get people to understand, that He's around us.
That he is, cousin. That he is.
So
I
there is
remember.
was that? Go ahead, cousin.
I was gonna say. I remember when I wasn't a man of faith. I could only trust what my hands could touch. Now I have faith, and I know that I don't need to touch anything with my hands because as long as I have faith, God will protect me. That's all I have to say, cuz you can continue with your story.
Yeah, it's like when physical is a different thing, right? When you have to do physical combat or whatever. But even like that, I still had to maintain a love foundation because even though I was victorious over the people that come at me in a physical way, I overcame them with the love foundation. Even though I had to be physical, I still maintained my love foundation because of the spiritual openings. I didn't want the enemy to use a hatred or anger, right, to attack me. So I would just overcome them, just handle business as fast as I could, and maintain my love foundation. Because they're always searching for that spiritual opening. Where when they find the spiritual opening, that you can be bonded, positively possessed. People start having health issues. Uh, there's a lot of people right now that are sick within the cryptic community, paranormal community, because of spiritual openings. Because they're leaving themselves wide open for the spirits to get attacked. Because there's nobody that anybody can say to them to tell them that the Bigfoots are demonic. Because in their mind, the Bigfoots are real. But if it's a demon pretending to be the Bigfoot, then they're believing in the demon, in which it has the spiritual opening to attack, to make those individuals sick. And that's what a message I'm trying to get to. And if they get offensive or upset because I'm saying this, maybe they know more. They know that I'm speaking the truth, and maybe that their alignment or affiliation is not with Jesus Christ. It's more of as an occult-like activity, right? If they're making deals with the demons, Bigfoots, to get as many people to believe in it, then the demon is winning because they're getting people to believe in them, and that's more souls they're going to collect because that's what they do.
Man, this sure feels better anyway.
Yeah, I've seen a like a yellow albino snake. Long time ago. So my dad and my mother were in a prayer group. They were in a prayer group for the Catholic Church. So it was led by a priest, or yeah, a priest or a minister. What do you call it? Below the priest. Well, it's one
Okay.
of the that was they would go. Most for the Catholic churches, they would go pray for people that were sick. Some people were being spiritually attacked, spiritually bonded, demonized. Back then you had the phones on the wall. Our house wasn't that big, so they got a phone call saying to gear up because there was an ex witch that they said that the devil was there trying to take her soul at her house. So they got together, and the only Diablo I've seen is from the Loteria, the little monito of the Diablo with the tail. So I snuck in the back of the station wagon and I covered myself up. They didn't know I was back there, and they started driving. I could hear them going from the blocks, and they're talking about what they're gonna do and all this. So I guess my mom see me moving in the back, and she told me, "What are you doing here?" And so I wanted to see this devil that you're gonna come and fight. So she's like, "Stay right here. Wait till you get home. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna discipline when we get home. I can't be mad right now because they're gonna do the spiritual works." So I stay outside of the station wagon, and I see him go to the house up the hill, which is right there, on Malola Street, the next block over.
Oh, over there
Where
by the Pony League Park,
no, where Malola that street.
the Tampico. That's Tampico Street.
Well, further up, the next block over,
Oh, on the other side of Tampico, then. That
the
way,
other
on
side
the
of
other side.
Contigo, con bien Los Rodriguez.
Yeah, yeah.
Right beside there was the house. It was a white
Wow.
house. So I was hearing, like, when people talk about talking in tongues. Well, I'm hearing all these people praying, because they're fighting spiritually, and it sounds like people are talking in tongues because everybody's praying together, right? So I start getting closer and closer, car to car. You know, that's why I would get spanked a lot because I was real hard headed. I just wanted to see what this devil looked like that they're talking about. So I get closer to the nearest car where the street is. I could see the fence, the white, and I could see all the people holding hands. And I hear him praying. I could hear something talking loud, like real loud. So it's like I'm trying to see, I can't see nothing there yet. So I walk across the street, I go to the gate, and I'm looking, and I'm not seeing nothing. I open the gate. When I open the gate, I hear something say, uh, "Her soul belongs to me," real loud. Then when I look to where I hear the sound, I seen this albino, look like a freaking giant snake, like an anaconda, or it was huge. It was wrapped around the tree, man, and that tree was big. It was wrapped around the tree, like several times around the tree, and he had red eyes. And when I opened the gate, he looked at me, and I looked at it, and they were praying. Next thing you know, it just poof, like a puff of white smoke, and it smelled like sulfur.
Right names.
And all the people were like, "Yay, we defeated the devil," blah blah blah. The serpent, Lucifer, or whatever, right? So I ran, closed the gate and went back to the station wagon. It came down and left, went back home. They were talking about what had happened and all this stuff. Uh, that lady, like a week later, she died. A week later, she died. Uh, whether the she was used to be a witch, so I don't know what happened to her or what, but I just found out that she died a week later. You know, but I seen how big it was. It was around the tree, big time, like wrapped around it a lot of times, way on top of the tree, just wrapped.
Wow, that's interesting, Jaime. And there was an explosion. Wow.
How you doing, Sister Madeline? So I just wanted to share that. You
Hi,
know,
Madeline.
they were part of a prayer group that were praying for people. I remember all the encounters that they had with the people that they were praying for. Some people had bad attachments because they were practicing witchcraft and they would get sick, especially if the wrongdoings that they were doing were backfired to them.
Hi,
Uh,
Bonnie Bear.
there was this old lady, a white old lady, that lived down the main road down the center of Raymondville, or they're right across the coastal or whatever it's called now by 10th Street. Used to be a house there. It was a old white lady that used to live there. We used to go cut her grass, and she was a bruja. I mean, she would read cards and all that stuff, right? She gave us a parrot, and his name was Stupid, but he was smart as hell. But you know, we tell Stupid, say pretty boy, and he would say pretty boy. We would say stupid, bark, and he would bark. If we see a cat, he would bark like a dog to scare the cats away. Uh, well, that lady, when she passed away, um, they say when she died with the deck of cards in her hands with a smile. She had a
Wow.
smile on her face when she died. This woman, this other bird, at the at the funeral home, she had the cartas in her hand and a smile on her face. That's how she died, with
Wow.
a smile on her face. How you doing,
Glad you
Bonnie?
came back, Bonnie Bear. We missed you yesterday.
Cousin, just you scaring all the everybody out of here, cousin.
How's that?
I'm just playing around. Know what they were saying earlier? Uh, scaring all the women out away from here, man.
That was just Liz, man. And Bounty Bear, I'm just saying hi. And I noticed you wasn't here yesterday. I ain't trying to hit up on nobody, man.
I'm just playing, cuz. What's the name was talking about it earlier? Who was it? It was about I can't remember
It
who
was
was talking.
Morgan.
Morgan started it. Uh,
Morgan started with the wet dreams thing.
yeah, ready for to make us all laugh. Ready? F- what?
Liz is in the Cryptic Protection Agency. Wow.
What? Who?
The Divorce said that Liz is in the Cryptic Protection Agency.
Uh, Protect the agency.
For who, Morgan? Yeah, man, we've been on almost 2 hours, man, and Ridge Runner has not made me laugh yet, man.
What's over
He
there,
hasn't
runner?
hasn't said nothing about his ex-wife or nothing like that, about his ex-sister-in-law.
No, he did say something about somebody with a, or that was elastic machinery, about something furry or something. They didn't shave or something.
How is she gonna pin me to the floor, Runner? She's a midget. She's just gonna grab my knee.
Oh man, female midget wrestler. I remember seeing Under the Giant in the valley back then in the 70s. They had the wrestling would be in tents, and I remember it was a big tent. I remember seeing Andre the Giant over there. He picked me up, man, Under the Giant when I was a kid.
Welcome, Josh Turner. How you
How you
doing?
doing, brother Josh Turner? How you doing tonight? Hope you're doing well. So I got to see Under the Giant when I was like, it had to be like, I went with it was my dad and my uncle David. That's when I seen him the first time. It was big, man. He was younger.
I saw him when he came to Fort Worth, man. In the Cowtown Coliseum.
He picked me
Back
up.
back when we used to go watch the Barneris wrestle every Monday.
How you doing, brother? Brother Wolf. He's probably got a lot of stories también. From Austin and Bastrop. There's a lot of activity in those areas.
What happened, brother Josh? You said they had something really weird happen to them earlier.
Oh yeah? Runner. If you haven't ever, I want to go watch some
Lord.
micro wrestling. There's midgets. I've seen them. There was a little chola that was like around this tall.
So she was just the right height to pick vegetables.
He was a little chola, man. It was called micro wrestling. I seen them in Copper's Cove. You want to jump on? I'll send you a link. You want to join? Yeah, nobody gonna be bothering you here, man. There's no trolls here, so you can share what happened to you, man. I'll send you a link if you want. If you want to join, it's up to you. I can send you a link. I wanna hear what happened to him. There's a lot of activity right now, man. It's like my son's been going fishing at nighttime. So it's like I'm like, man, he's there by the woods, the lake, you know, freaking you're ready to know what's out there.
Welcome to the demonic hour, cousin. It is 3:01.
301.
3:01. You know what that means on this show? It's time for Primo Abe to make his famous lechuza sound.
Oh, I don't think y'all want me to make that sound, man.
Don't scare Smurfy, man. Don't
Yeah,
scare Smurfy.
it's really been not. You caught a little fish, nothing big. I need to go out there with them. I would like going fishing, but when I go to those areas, things happen, man. I get I get freaking shoved, dropped. You know, I could be walking and I'll just fall like something pushes me down on the ground. You know, the things that are out there. So I try not to go fishing too much.
Divorce said, "Don't call him out again." Primo.
uh, Runner said 3-1 means she's too big for me. Well, at least you know you'll be cooking scrambled eggs, Runner. Forward two over there.
Yeah, Kyle's like, "Let it rip, baby."
I want to know what happened to Brother Josh. That's what I want to know. He said that it had some weird stuff happen tonight. Okay, I won't make the Lechuza sound.
Okay, man. I would make it, but I got nothing to make it with. I got no teeth, so I can't even whistle.
No, there was already making the sound earlier. That's why my ears were going off because something was making a sonar sound outside. Okay,
I said no, don't let you some noises.
it's only one here. California time. Dark so.
Yeah, Lawrence Morgan says he's walking around outside right now in the dark, no F's given.
Oh my God! Come on, Runner. Keep it rated PG, man.
Or in the words of Scooby Doo.
Jaime Alanis says, "Don't do it, primos."
Nah, man, I can't make the sound. I know better. I've been
No,
traumatized since
I'm
I
not
was
making
five
it
over this.
because I think they're around. Because earlier my ears went off.
When you
Plus,
did it
some,
earlier,
no, well, I didn't haven't done the sound, but something triggered my senses.
everybody's laughing.
3 or 4 in Austin, says Sister Madeline.
It's right at the beginning of the witching hour, Madeline. You know, Primo Abe's got a lechuza whistle, or at least he can do the talent sound. No, cousin, don't do it, man. I'm just playing. I'm just kidding, man. Oh, thank you, exuberance. Raggy?
I heard it last night. As soon as he signed off, I was like, "Wow, LOL." I try to, yeah. The brujas are they'll show up. You make the whistle sound. Yeah, they're gonna be in the form of the lechuza or the form of the bruja.
Exuberance, I watched a lot of Saturday morning cartoons, man.
Por eso no chinguen.
Ay, Madeline, okay, we're cool. You mind if I laugh like Scooby Doo?
I didn't know I was calling them. All I know is that's the noises that they will make when they will be around my home and land by the house. You know, when I dealt with them in Reynosa, very wicked, very evil, dark witches.
Hey, Grid Runner, I've had that happen, man.
Where's brother Josh? Is he here?
No, I don't know, man. I don't see him. You might be able to see him better because you got the control of everything there.
I mean, maybe I can send him an invite if he's still here. Well, I know it depends on him. If he wants to join, I can send an invite so he can share his story. I'll just wait for him to let me know if he wants to share his story. A lot keeps the evil away unless you picked her up at the bar and it didn't realize she wanted to be handcuffed to your bedpost and beat you.
Like I said, I've had that happen, man. And then she wouldn't take the handcuffs off. I had to pick them. Navia says Ridge Runner needs a rated R channel.
I got a Minotaur encounter to share at some point. A Minotaur. Lawrence Morgan. Yes. A Minotaur encounter. It's the one. I think I got a picture of one that looks like a bull from the face, or a like a buffalo with horns.
That's just a picture of my brother Joe.
See something here.
Who's taking the clothes off, Ridge Runner?
Minotaur encounters. Where did this Minotaur encounter happen, Lawrence Morgan?
Yeah, Morgan, that took me a long time to be able to do that.
Raggy.
Oh, Raggy!
You go like Raggy. I'm just reading the comments. No, just going with the flow of things. So I'm reading the questions here. I don't know, Runner. I don't know about Runner. I think he got the.
Lawrence says he was 15th in Massachusetts, 41 now. Worst thing he ever saw or heard in his life.
Oh, that's Lawrence.
Yeah.
Lawrence said in Massachusetts. Massachusetts. That's over there by. Como estaban had the witch trials, no?
Yeah. He said behind the senior center, they were playing jailbreak. No, I thought the witch thing was in Salem.
Salem.
Yeah.
In Salem, Massachusetts, no?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. He says the thing pulled itself up out of the ground and made the worst noise he ever heard.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I
I've
used to
heard of
smoke Salem's, Madeline.
Salem is north of here. I'm like 5 miles south of Boston.
Wow.
Yeah, I've heard stories. I think Salem had serial killers at one point in time. Also, had a lot of mass murders. Serial killer. I think there was one that there was a serial killer there that they had blamed a witch for killing the children, but it was a serial killer that was doing it. But they had killed a female that thought was a witch, that they thought they had lured the children or something like that. Yes. Now it's a big tourist trap. Yes, the Salem witch trials.
Every time I hear about those Salem witch trials, man, it reminds me of that movie Hocus Pocus.
Especially in October, go in September, cheaper and not as crowded. Uh, Man, we could take you to our hometown. You'll see all kinds of witches there for
And then
free.
some.
Oh
And
man,
yeah, it is also a tourist trap. They'll
a real tourist trap.
get
A
you with
real
the
trap.
Mexican food.
It feels like you're stuck in a time warp.
Oh yeah.
She said I had a black cat named Binks.
Oh, just like the movie Hocus Pocus. Cool.
It literally did make my blood curdle. Every hair stand up. About the worst I ever heard. About 12 feet tall and 5 feet wide at least.
Wow.
That's a demon, man.
That's a big bull.
Hmm. He said he felt the shake the ground as it walked on it, with snapping trees like twigs.
Wow.
Yeah, Lawrence. Whenever you want to share your story, brother, uh, let me know. I'll
Add you to the friends list.
just hit me up if you got Streamyard. It was a demon. It can manifest. They manifest to whoever was there with y'all. You know, it manifested to your imagination. That's how they manifest to your worst fears. So if one of y'all was thinking about the Minotaur, that you're afraid of the Minotaur because of the movie of Clash of the Titans from back in the day, then it was able to manifest to your worst fear.
He says he's not home now, but he will definitely hit you up on Facebook.
Yeah, you have to download StreamYard and just send me up on Facebook through Messenger. Download StreamYard, and I can always send you like tomorrow. You want to do whenever you're available, man. Just let me know ahead of time. You know we'll be
Welcome,
doing.
Roberto.
He ran like a little girl.
And who wouldn't if you saw something like that?
Yeah, if it was that big, I mean, if you're a kid, man, you're gonna take up running. Yeah, Clash of the Titans. They had the Minotaur, the old movie. They had the Pegasus and the Cyclops.
And that mechanical owl.
He had the
He had
mechanical.
a mechanical lechuza.
Yeah, mechanical Medusa.
Wow.
He just made his presence to scare you out of the area. Just reading
Cool.
the comments, y'all.
Bash says he recently downloaded StreamYard. It's cool, cousin, that your sons are night owls, man. They keep you company at night.
Yeah, he like playing on Maquinitas too. But I have a lot of protection here in my home, in the house. You know, things
Did the
don't come
prima leave?
around like they used to.
Did
But
Beatrice leave?
huh?
Did Beatrice leave?
Oh, I don't know. From where? From the lobby?
Yeah, she was here.
Probably went to sleep.
I don't know anything about the ancient hologram technology bounty hunting bear.
You're talking about all the glitching that's going on. That's dealing with
The Matrix?
well, the glitching. She's talking about like like the picture I got here, you can probably place it right now. I'll create a short reel of it where I was making the live and it glitched, and you could see the rod that was on the ground in the air. But yeah, it's kind of like when the connection goes out and then it gets all mixed up. I haven't seen really anything glitch like around us in any kind of way, shape, or form. But I don't understand. You talking about like glitching, like certain areas. I mean, I've caught things through my phone where, well, look what I'm capturing. I'm capturing this DDN. You want to call it in the Matrix, uh, but I believe there was a portal there by the trees on the ground. There was like something round. I just it looked like there was a portal, but I've seen some videos where they say they got a bird stuck in the air or an airplane not moving. That's what they're talking about, glitches like that. But I don't know if they're real or right now there's a lot of AI going on. A lot of people messing with stuff to make it look that way.
Devorah, I think that the Egyptian pyramids were built by the Nephilim. That's what I think. They were the only ones tall enough and strong enough to move
The
those.
Watchers.
The Watchers were probably helped in the construction, but all the heavy lifting was probably done by the Nephilim.
What do you think about the Amarillo story? Well, I hear that it wasn't. A lot of that story was not mostly true. That it was just made for Hollywood, but I don't know.
You're right, the Devorah. How did they build it and we don't have the technology to duplicate it? That makes no sense.
Uh, Basically, they're saying that when the Great Flood happened, it messed up all technology. I got a I got a thing here that looks like a little ray gun, but it's not a ray gun. Let me see if I can get it. I'll be right back.
So, questions? Anyone? Yeah, because of the oxygen is not as pure as it used to be. All the big trees died, so the oxygen isn't what it used to be.
I will have to move a lot of stuff to get to it, so I'll just wait. I'll do a show till next time. It looks like a ray gun, but it's not a ray gun. It's an instrument that you can blow on it and make music. It's a old instrument. I don't know how old it is, but it's old. I got it off at a estate sale.
That's interesting, Bounty Hunting Bear. You see what she said, cousin? She said she caught something following her, told it to show itself, and she said it looked like a glitch pixels around it.
He's talking about the Amityville Horror. The only time I've seen a glitch open, well, I've seen a couple of glitches open. Uh, the one where I seen the man that with the goat leg or donkey leg, that it opened up the space, went into
The
the space,
nightmares.
and it closed, and that it went into a different dimension that I witnessed. You want to call that's part of the Matrix. I mean, how would he be able to have the capability to go in there like that? And we don't have that capability to be able to do something like that. Coming
Exuberance.
from
I have a pyramid. Chango pyramid.
pixelated, yes.
Oh, I forgot. Can't get that word out, man. But I have
What
a
do you,
Chango pyramid.
there you go, cousin. What are your thoughts on all the satanic rituals in Hollywood, particularly the music industry?
They're not hiding nothing, especially like in the movies. It's all true. They know how to do it, and everybody in the music industry is satanic and have been diddied. Sorry for that. They've been diddied.
They've been humiliated or they've done something for the fame and fortune. Basically, sold their soul. So their fate is already sealed. They stole for fame and fortune. Was it really worth it?
It's an altar, exuberance, a Chango Macho pyramid altar.
You got the pyramid locked up, no, cousin?
Yeah, I have it in the back room.
Oh, I can tell. You can tell that not just in Hollywood, even in the politics, you can tell the people that are affiliated through witchcraft and necromancy. They're not hiding it. They're saying it right in the open. Yeah, I don't think sister. I haven't seen Sister Bettina Moss do any shows in a long time. I know she's been through a lot. I think one of her videos,
I saw
her
that.
face,
Yeah,
her she was making a video with a demonologist, and you could see something transfer from the screen of the demonologist to her screen, and her face looked different and everything. Like when that was happening, I was viewing it. And I started
exactly,
praying
Lord.
against it because the demonologists they believe in demons, so it's something to try to transfer to her over the live she was doing with the demonologist one day. I know who viewed that, but it happened. She even took screenshots of how she looked. Her hair was all crazy. She looked different from the face. Exactly, brother exuberance. The pedophile ring that they have in the government in Hollywood, that's all affiliated with that. This pedophile ring has been happening for years, man, and it's because of what they worship, which is that is it Moloch, right, where they sacrifice the children. Is it named Moloch, the statue that they worship? The Clintons, that's what they were worship. I have found a video of an investigator that was investigating them because they supposedly have murdered people. They have found bodies in their land, and he then as I was watching the video, he was all scared, and he said that he could not continue on with the investigation because a demon appeared in his house and told him to stop investigating the Clintons or else. So he freaked out with that, and he stopped doing what
Yeah.
he was doing.
The war, I think the most of the music industry worships Baphomet. That's who they worship.
Lechusa. But the
Well,
real owl, we were talking about it last night, was who was the first owl, cousin Jesse?
Lilith.
Saying Lilith was the first owl.
I don't know if even if they do that with Christian music, Ivy. But if it's popular, they might take it to Satan to get it played. You never know with the music industry. But most musicians do worship Baphomet. Even Rihanna and JC's wife, they worship Baphomet.
Hey Xavier, I heard a door. Wait up, cousin. Wait up, cousin. Go ahead. I heard a door slam outside. A door slam.
Yep, all the blood sacrifices. Yes, Lawrence. Yes, yes. Coin roll fishing. Exactly. That's like one of the best albums I ever owned was Hotel California. They did that to that album. Hmm. Interesting, Morgan. No, I buy bottled water, Devorah. Yes, yes, Madden. Yes, they are all sacrificed. They make them scared, and then they get their blood that's been full of adrenaline, and they drink it. Yes, they do, Madden. They do. Yes, exuberance. Yes, Lawrence Morgan, burger meat at McDonald's.
Should have lived also out for a little bit.
Yep, well, you gotta appease the demon with the blood sacrifice.
Well, that was crazy. I heard like something slam outside, like real hard. We're talking about Moloch. Sounded like something slammed outside. Real. You want to
Well,
go check?
most of those, Jaime, most of those are sacrificed by to the reptilians, and whatever the reptilians don't get, the demons do.
I'm gonna have to look at my camera after we do the live. Something hit hard outside, man. But there's
Maybe
nobody.
maybe a lechuza hit the car.
Something hit something. Sounded real loud. I left the light on outside just in case. Uh, No, just a loud bang came from out there. Loud bang. And what time is it? Oh,
It
three
is
thirty.
3:32.
The center of the cross. If there's anything negative to try to come in when I went outside and open the door, welcome here, type banner in Jesus Christ's name. Leave. Sometimes that's what they
Amen.
do. They'll make a sound so you think there's something outside, so you can go outside and they try to get a free entry into the house.
Yes, man. And they're not hiding stuff anymore. They just put it in your face, and you choose to see it or you choose not to see it. To turn a blind eye. Well, start rebuking, Devorah.
Uh,
Start
Never's
rebuking.
Angel, you talking about Woe Wiki? I think I heard her talking about that. The Woe Wiki, that's what her name. It's not all of society. It's just those certain individuals that think that they're better than everybody else because they're in Hollywood or they're in politics. They're in some kind of power. You know,
Well, they say that 440 is when you break it down, it adds up to 666 bounty hunting bear. And that's another thing, Madeline. The shoes that we wear, they got so much rubber on them that when we walk, we can't make contact with Mother Earth. So our third eye doesn't open like it should.
I used to walk barefooted all the time when I was a kid.
Me too.
That's probably why I would sense all the things that I would sense. Even when I was in Mexico, I was barefooted when I was a kid. I was all walk with no shoes, barefooted. Go to the store barefooted. It's barefooted all the time because it's so hot.
Hmm.
So
Now I can't. Now I can't walk without shoes, man. It hurts my feet.
I can still walk barefooted.
That's cool.
That's what happens when you go to those parks, man. There's bears are hungry. Wildlife is hungry when you go to those national parks. You got to worry about those predators, and you got to worry about serial freaking killers. But then the things that I witnessed, you have to worry about them mimicking a voice or taking a form of somebody, telling you they need help, and you follow them, and then you wind up getting lost yourself because it's a setup, a spiritual setup.
Kyle, what I found out, it doesn't matter how fast you run. When it's your time to leave this plane, I don't care how fast you run, you can't outrun your time, man.
I mean, you can go camping, go fishing, and just like me, it's like I go, but I always find other things besides the fish. It's a natural
Primo's out
for me.
there. Primo's out there looking for Pan with the flute.
They surface up, man. Things surface up, and I'm capture them on camera.
Is that Rebel?
Yeah, that's Rebel. Yeah, they're probably getting taken by what they think might be somebody they know. They say, I got a spot over here, and they take them to a different dimension. They're being taken to a different dimension. No, Jesus Christ went to collect his people back in the
That's
day
cool, Kyle.
when they went to hell to free the his people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you just gotta be careful sometimes when you're barefooted because you might step on a nail, a piece
Might
of
step
glass,
on a thorn.
a wire. You just gotta be careful.
I remember running barefooted, man. How my feet used to slap on the concrete.
Man, Lynch,
Y'all are looking at on the tattoos on the arms. What about most of these male rappers that have the inverted cross on their forehead?
the
I
inverted
seen it.
upside down cross.
Yeah, they have an inverted cross on their forehead. I think that was Rihanna that had that. Uh, His Angel.
No, everybody knows the devil exists. I've been knowing exactly what they're doing. What do you think I created spiritual encrypted encounters to awaken my brothers and sisters, those who want to awaken spiritually? Of course, I've run into some that they're affiliated with that side, like Dana Ortega, Brujas.
Lord, Lawrence, you have no idea what kind of pain it is to on a big toe. I'm missing a big toe, bro. I know what that pain is because they cut it off. And when they cut it off, I was thinking, how, you chopped off my toe. Ooh,
The powers that want to be one spiritually dead. Like I said, the 8th of this month, Brother Abe Cias would have been gone by the hands of the VA facility. But I looked at all the signs that the Heavenly Father showed me, and I didn't follow with the procedure. But I knew what they were trying to do. They got
hey, Lord,
mad. They got mad because I didn't do it. But on the
I'm,
8th of this month, I wouldn't be here
I'm,
no
wi-
more.
I'm willing to show it to you if you want to see it, Lord. Just say yes. Well, I'm glad they didn't get you, cousin. I'm glad they didn't get you, man, because they've been trying to get you for years, man. They see you as
Yeah,
a threat.
I follow my spiritual instincts.
Yes, Deborah. That's why I'm going right now because I feel it. It's hurting.
So I get targeted by many things, but that's a normal for me. Got
Sorry to hear
wicked
that,
people
Lord.
from the VA, this DDN that are out there, and then Las Brujas and Brujos. So, that's the story of my life. It comes with the territory of when you have faith and believe in Jesus Christ and you place Him first and you have a love foundation. I'm used to it.
Oh.
How long have we been going, cousin?
We've been going for 2 hours and 40 minutes.
42 minutes. Yeah, look, check it out. If the demons were telling it to Jeffrey Dahmer, well, don't you think the demons are telling gays to be gay and transvites to be transvites? Transvites. They're telling they're the ones that bond the people, that they have the influence over the people through possession. Look how I'll give you a prime example of Hollywood. Look how David Carradine died, and look how Robin Williams died
Well, Derek Carradine auto asphyxiated, man.
by
They found
himself
him. They
in a
found him
closet.
hanging in a closet, grabbing his junk.
Yeah, that's how he died.
And I don't
And
know. I think Robin Williams
Robin,
overdosed. I'm not sure.
something like that. Something crazy happened to him too. Look at Shia LaBeouf. What happened to him? He done crazy.
Yeah, he lost his
Shia-
mind after the Transformers thing.
No, it's because of the demons. The demons that because of being an actor. Disney is bad too. Yeah,
Uh-huh. Star Whackers.
yeah. It's kind of like some of those people that said they died a certain way. I don't believe they died by themselves. I think they got taken out as a sacrifice.
But these modern rappers nowadays, they don't even say nothing. They just mumble. Go now. I can't deal with that, man. Today's music ain't got no soul.
Amanda Bynes is another child actress that lost it. They just keep it to. They don't say too much. What's the name? Corey, the guy there that sings. Doesn't sound too good. What's the name? From Lost Boys. Corey, the little kid that came out on
Talking about Corey Haynes.
well, there was two Corys that came out there.
Yeah,
Not Haynes. Well, he committed suicide, but the other Corey,
Corey Feldman.
Corey Feldman, yeah, he he's afraid for his life because he was speaking too much and they were gonna fix him to take him out.
Dude, they got the same thing going with that little kid that was in
Uh,
Major
uh
Pain, the little black kid.
from who?
The little black kid that was in the movie Major Pain. He
Yeah,
was saying that Will Smith raped him, man. Now he's all crazy and whatnot, man.
you talking about the guy from That's So Raven, the black kid?
Yeah, yeah.
What was what the guy's name? Marlon something or what was the kid's
I
name?
don't I don't
That he's
remember his name right now.
on drugs real bad.
They say that he's on drugs, but no, man, he's playing like he's crazy so they won't kill him.
The one from That's So Raven, Orlando
Yeah,
Brown. There you go. Yeah.
Orlando Brown. Look what they did to that TV show host, this man that looked like a man. I can't remember her name at the moment, but she's playing crazy too because they killed her son. Her son
Which
was
one?
sacrificed.
Wendy Williams.
Wendy Williams. Yeah, she's acting like Orlando Brown now, like she crazy.
Well, no, I seen that when she got like demonized on the show. She was wearing that Statue of Liberty thing, and she just freaking passed out. Well, Kanye West is crazy too.
You know, Kanye West is crazy because he slept with a Kardashian.
Doesn't it say that the Kardashians are brujas?
They're a coven.
I think Kim Kardashian came out on one of those shows as a witch on FX. What was that show called? Ah, man, he premiered this past season.
And the worst is they're succubus.
They're succubus, all right.
That's why they only date black guys. American
Yeah,
Horror Story one.
American Horror Story. I seen Kim and there's like I tuned into the first one. That was it. It's like,
I mean, look at their mom. She turned the great Bruce Jenner gay. She made him wear a dress.
they did the brujeria on them. That's why Junior
They did
went from
something.
coming out in a box of Wheaties to being a female. But that's been happening for a long time.
I guess that's what he was running from. He was running from trying to turn into a chick. Oh, oh man, that was funny. That was funny right there.
And he didn't even go to prison, and they made him a chick. You figure that one out. He's still Bruce Jenner to me. All along, I'm always gonna call him Bruce. That other name is BS. His real name is Bruce.
Jeffrey Epstein was sacrificed. He knew too much.
Yeah,
You remember Charlie Murphy, Primo? He
Charlie
was on
Murphy.
he was on the Chappelle show. He would do those
Yeah,
stories about Rick James.
that's what's his name's brother.
Yeah,
Eddie
yeah.
Murphy.
Well, you know, he was sacrificed, man, so that Dave Chappelle could come back. Didn't you see when Charlie Murphy died? Dave Chappelle made a comeback, man. He was sacrificed for Chappelle.
Do you think that Michael Jackson is still alive? Anybody?
Oh no, they killed him. They had to find a way to get the Beatles catalog back. He was worth more money to them dead than alive, and he had already told everybody they were trying to kill him. Nobody listened to him.
Heard that he was still alive. That he was in debt. He owed a lot of money, so he faked his death. But I don't know. Somebody said yes, he is alive. No, Dove. No, I think Michael Jackson was sacrificed. Will Smith abused the show. I didn't even watch the Bad Boys movie, the new one that they made.
Yeah, I don't watch anything with Will Smith in it anymore, man. Not since he slapped that dude in the face, but that itself was a satanic ritual, man. That was a humiliation.
Humiliation Ritual for Chris Rock.
Yeah, that's why as soon as he did that, he went back on tour, man.
Will Smith, you should be ashamed of yourself. He probably got abused when he was in the French Prince of Bel Air.
Oh, he was fresh, all right.
Is that right? Will Smith, you and your boy, what was his buddy, the DJ? What's his name? DJ
Jesse Jeff.
Jesse Chef. Will Smith, where you at? Where's Jada? Messing with her
Jada's having sex with her
son's
son's homeboy
boyfriend. I mean, son's friend.
because they say that Will Smith always been gay.
And Will, Diddy got Will Smith too. Damn. So whatever happened to Diddy? Did they ever get caught? Find him?
They brushed it under the table, man. Nobody knows where he's at. Everything stopped. They stopped talking about him. He had too much dirt on the government and other celebrities, man.
Is it runner says Will Smith was fresh until Diddy got him drunk. What time we got? Oh,
It
almost three.
is
It's
three
almost good.
54. Almost 4 in the morning, my cousin.
At 4 o'clock. I think we're gonna
You're
we're
gonna
gonna finish
pull the
live
plug.
at 4. I hope y'all enjoying all this talk. We're talking about all kinds of crazy stuff. Good night, hi Melanies.
Ano bachamos, loco? Yeah, they swept it under the rug. He had too much clout, Morgan.
Aaron Carter, another sacrifice. He died too?
Yeah.
When did he die?
Yeah, that's what I heard too. And you can't get nothing without giving something, Primo. Especially in the music industry. Anything like comedy thing.
What happened to that other singer, the female singer, the skinny one that was on drugs? That she committed
Yeah,
suicide?
Amy
You know what I'm talking?
Winehouse.
Yeah,
She was sacrificed for somebody else too, man. But I think she was sacrificed for Katy Perry. I'm not sure.
Amy Winehouse. Settle down, Rebel.
With a rebel, yeah. Is he right there with you, man?
No, he's on the other living room. I got Rocky right here, asleep. I don't know. Poor MJ, he's seen a lot of things in the industry because he's been singing since he was a kid and as a Jackson 5.
I
So
think the one that got him was Diana Ross. That's why he tried to look like her.
Diana Ross.
That's why he made that song, Dirty Diana.
Poor MJ RIP. I mean, he was doing bad things too, I think. I think he had done something to one of those Corey guys, Corey Philman. I don't know.
Yeah, he was
He
doing
said
the monkey.
that's why they sing this. Johnny. What was the name of his brother? I was saying his
The
brother's name.
Tito or Jermaine? Tito.
Yeah. Did he have a child? Or have children
Who,
with
Michael?
Elvis Presley's daughter?
The
They were married. She died too. No.
Yeah, she's dead. She had cancer.
Sister Madeline. Jada Smith, a toxic woman, can't stand her bald headed ass. That's what she came out in the movie Demon Night. Was it Demons? The She came out in the Tales of the Crypt movie
Yeah, that
called
was
Demon.
her. That was her. That was her.
That's what she came out in the movie. She used to date what's the
Tupac.
name? Tupac. Tupac was a blood sacrifice.
Hey man, Tupac got diddied.
Tupac a Diddy.
Yeah, somebody walked in and saw Tupac all nude, and I forgot who was playing with his junk. It was some other guy.
Well, it said that what's the name? Diddy the white kid. What's his name? P Diddy
Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber. He's gonna name his name to Justin Bieber instead of Bieber.
Yes, Lauren, she's a transformer. They call her Pussimus Prime. Sorry, cousin. She transforms. It's like a Rubik's cube.
And it said I think MJ is innocent runner.
4 o'clock, cousin. Right on the dot.
Diddy rated just yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I guess
he
it's
got
saying there, brothers and sisters. It's 4 in the morning.
yeah. Did he
With
got Justin Bieber? Sorry about that last one, cousin. It was just so easy. All right, cousin. You gonna say anything to the people before we go?
uh, just they're talking, man. About all this people that died and stuff.
All the
Can't do
blood
nothing
sacrifices?
about the people that are gone. But we can do for for us and for our next of kin. Uh, I guess they fell into the deceit of Hollywood and of music.
Yes,
Where people died through blood sacrifices. That's why we should continue to maintain our faith and our love foundation with Jesus Christ, and we can overcome all this stuff. People that have bad intent. You're welcome, cornrow fishing. In saying that, would you like to say something to the people?
God bless all of y'all. May y'all have a day full of blessings when you get up in the morning. And may the Lord keep you safe. No lechuzas, no lechuzas.
How about we pray for these people that lost their lives before we go? Heavenly Father, at this time, I'd like to pray for all the people that have been victims because of Hollywood industry, music industry, people that are amongst us alive because they got targeted as blood sacrifices. We tie, bind, and rebuke any demonic activity that caused all this. We tie, bind, and rebuke in Jesus Christ's name to free their souls, uh, to free their souls, and for you, Heavenly Father, to help them try to make their fragmented soul back to whole, Heavenly Father. We tie, bind, and rebuke any wickedness from this evil people. It's a prayer in Jesus Christ's name. Amen.
Amen. Can I recreate the scene from La Bamba real quick?
Go ahead, cuz.
Lizzie! Good night, cousin. I was waiting
What
for her to
happened?
come in. She
What
never
happened
came in.
to Liz? She didn't show up tonight.
No, I think came on too strong. All right,
I don't
people.
know. All
Enjoy
right.
your morning. Bye,
Órale,
cousin.
primo. Good night, cousin. Dang it. I guess you scared a member away. I don't know what happened to Miss Liz Delgado. Scared her away. Cousin Jesse. Well, ain't she the one that was hearing the footsteps or something like that going up her stairs? I know she was. I think she was having activity at her house. But in saying that, dang Jesse, I was like, keep it cool, cousin. Keep it cool. Don't scare the members away. I know I haven't heard from her. Well, she was here yesterday, in and out. But hopefully she's okay. In saying that, brothers, sisters, thank you all for tuning in. God bless every single one of y'all and your families. Y'all have a good night. Oh, there he is. Oh, sure, there's cousin Jesse. He's laughing. Peace out, everybody.